So, whew, dealing with a bit of a interesting situation, considering that it may, for some of you guys, it may be that it's like super toxic for some of you guys out there, or you guys may be feeling trapped in your situation, and there may be some the reason why I say this is because of the devil that's underneath the, what's under the deck here, and for a lot of you guys, there could be that there's some codependent issues coming up. Maybe you're taking care of things and you're not really getting a lot back. There's definitely some things that's happening. Let's go ahead and get started with this anyway. The Five of Cups is what's in your past. So there was something that was potentially lost, but I feel like you guys have shifted your focus, right? Because you can't get out of this energy without you shifting your focus. Now, there could have something might have went down, something may not have, been up to par with some things, but I do see that you do have the, you do have the Two of Cups behind you. You did shift your focus, and that's the great thing. This was a period of death. When death comes up, this is about transition, shifting from one phase to the next, or changing, or releasing something to get rid of some things that are not really working for you. And this is really difficult energy, and especially long as well. And it was something to do with internal matters. So like it could be your emotions, it could be matters of the heart. This is a very emotional card anyway, so something that may have been lost, it was something that you may have had to release to be able to move forward, to be able to have the room that you have now to be able to manifest and build something that is, definitely a lot stronger and can be potentially last, I guess last longer, but I don't want to say last longer, but I really want to say that will show more potential than what potentially is, what happened in the past, to that whatever you may have lost in that. For some of you guys who may have broken up with someone, the external energy is the past. So you could be dealing with a soulmate. You could be dealing with somebody that's an ex. This thing that you're releasing potentially could be that of the past, old issues, old situations. But this could be, this is happy memories. This is not the Three of Swords, but this is talking about old pains. This is happy memories. This is things of the past. So maybe there was some idea, there was a relationship here or some sort of connection that you had with someone that was just perfect. That it's so innocent, and it was just, I don't know, it's your first love. It's something about the Six of Cups that really is nothing. You can't ever get something like that. And I feel like it was releasing that thought of this pattern or this thinking that there wasn't anything that more from the situation that you went through. When love is reoccurring, it doesn't stop. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting here. You shifted your focus. You look back. You turned your back to spilled milk, and you've looked towards the future. You look towards love. You focused on love, and you could potentially, again, the reason why I'm not 100% solid on the breakup is because you have the Two of Cups. Two Cups is two people working together, coming together. So this is still involving someone else. There's something here that maybe may have been a loss of support. Something may have been gone, but and I can't get specific with it because this is a general reading, but there's still a relationship here in the past. Now, when we move on, right, considering what was going on, whatever bad situation has happened here, it's definitely shifted to now Five of Pentacles. Now you're looking at what's lacking, so that way you can potentially fix it, right? So the Five of Pentacles is about, endurance, going through a difficult situation. This is really a struggle because you may feel left out in the cold, or your partner may feel left out in the cold. There may be a lack of emotional support. There may be a lack of communication. There's something that's lacking between you and this person, and it is effort that's required to really put what's necessary into the relationship to re-establish balance, to put you in a place where both of you guys, or even this relationship, in a place where you guys can both feel like you're getting something out of it. Right now, you feel like you're being gypped. You kind of feel like there's nothing that you're getting out of this situation, I feel. But there's always a solution. You have this, the church there that's always like a signal, a beacon of help, a beacon of light. If you ever felt like you can't handle it, right, there's always someone you can go to. There's always somewhere you can, seek assistance. With the Five of Pentacles, though, yeah, there's just like, you feel left out in the cold here. But at the same time, this is your relationship. This is something that you are willing to work on. You're not stopping here. Look at that. Like in the cards, right? They're not stopping for nobody. Even the dude with the crutches, he's like, I may be beaten up, bruised up, and exhausted, but I'm going towards what I believe is the best place for me. Okay? So that's why I feel like there is determination. Not just feeling left out in the cold. I mean, I think it's very clear and it's very well established that whatever's lost in the past, you don't have that anymore. But I do get this feeling that you guys are really determined to make, to make to get the happiness that you're looking for, to be happy. So let's go ahead and take a look at the internal energy here. You have the Ace of Wands. So this is a new beginning, a fresh start. Okay. Now this is also rekindling of a relationship. For some of you guys could have gotten back together with the ex, or you guys are restarting something with the person that you are currently with, right? Back to the Five of Cups. There's 2 cups there, so there could have been a relationship here. Maybe you guys broke up for a period of time, but you guys got back together because you realized that just because there was a problem doesn't mean that the relationship has to crumble because of it. So yeah, it's releasing, forgiving, making space for things to work out. Now, I feel like it's that time. It's one of these times. It's a very rebirth situation. And I feel like, yeah, because honestly, if you, quickly look back at the past, this could be a serious rebirth situation. Not just releasing of some things, of some old situation from the past, but you feel renewal because you've shifted your focus, right? You feel like there is a potential for new love. There's ways to be able to, reconnect, maybe not as like the past, but you can definitely reconnect with somebody that you've had a connection with before. So, rekindling the past, rekindling the relationship, okay? Starting something new, starting something that's filled with passion. And I feel like externally, right, you're taking control, right? You're taking control. You're being absolutely hardcore, like, look, this is what I need. We better find out what we need to do to make it work. Because I'm not about to, deal with nobody that's not going to really value me. And I feel like that's great, Pisces. The Five of Pentacles is like, yes, it's determination, I feel. It's determination. You're determined to get out of that snow, to wear some shoes, to be able to be clothed and warm and fed. And you feel left out in the cold in this relationship, so you're like, I'm not taking it. So the Emperor, I feel like it's you guys leading the way. Getting outside of, going out and finding what you need to be fulfilled in this relationship. And now for some of you guys could be dealing with somebody that's very stubborn as well. You're rekindling a relationship. This person has very stuck ways. They're very stubborn. And I feel like that could be happening for some of you guys out there. And you're having to deal with what's lacking because they're incapable of being open-minded, changing. They have their own ways of doing stuff, but at the same time, it's leaving you feeling very alone, very, very vulnerable. And not a care in the world. It can kind of feel like it's almost like it feels like this person doesn't care, but I feel like they do, because they wouldn't be in the relationship if they did. They just have a very weird way of expressing their love, and that's what needs to possibly be corrected, right? It's like, okay, you can express your love, right? But this is what I need to know. This is what I need in the relationship to feel good. Okay, to feel good with it. Or, you know what I mean? So that's, it could be that situation there. Now, this is where it gets good, right? Because with the perseverance that you're taking here, it really starts to build up, starts to take some, really start moving. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody could be coming in with an offer, or, the person that you are with could be, showing more seriousness, feeling more solid. But you guys could also be taking your time and looking at the details and really studying the situation, really taking your time. For some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo, which is your opposite sign. But you're being very realistic about your relationship. You're being realistic here. I feel like it's because your heart got broken. You're like, you can't afford to be, dreamy as you are known to be, right? Very romantic, very, very imaginative, and I don't know, something about it. It's like, it's it's not, it's like tapping into that subconscious, that romance, that fantasy. It's beautiful, right? You guys have a very artistic way of expressing your love, and you can't even do that because this person doesn't know how to, provide the stability that you're looking for in a relationship. So that makes sense why you're having to be more sturdy. That's why it makes sense why you have to be more, to be, to take control of the situation. And for some of you guys out there, this may be that you aren't taking control of the situation because there isn't structure, there isn't something that's stable. So that would leave you to to think, well, what do you need to do to be able to get to where you want to be more comfortable in your relationship? Maybe you could be stubborn about how things are going, and it's keeping you from being able to express love, or to gain love, or to be able to get out of a situation where you're in a constant struggle. I know, but for me, I really feel like that this is you guys taking control of your situation, because the relationship is lacking something that's important, that's a necessity for you. Which is why in the future you have the Knight of Pentacles. You're taking things slow, you're taking a step back, you're looking at things, but you're still making progress. The Knights always make progress, even if it's slow. And I feel like this slow progress building, you're taking your time, you're really working hard, and really making, strides to build habits that can really benefit you guys and maintain a relationship for quite a long time. And at the same time, I feel like this, the Knight of Pentacles, the thing here is that when he commits to something, he's committed, which why it takes him so long to just, to commit in the first place. That's why it's a process. So there may be some slowness in regards to committing, right? Because you've gone through a situation where you're patching up some holes in the foundation, and now, there's not really room to breathe. So I feel like this may be a buffer, right? To really see how things are and see how things roll. Really working on those things that, you may have found in your journey to be able to implement in the relationship that can really help. Now, for those of you that don't have anybody in your life, right? This could be that, the situation in the past, you broke up with somebody, but you still have the potential to find love. There's still the Two of Cups, that there's still somebody out there willing to connect with you. And it's a vulnerable situation where you have to put yourself out there and meet new people and things like that. But it's exciting, it's new. And you get to pick who you want. You get to control who the person is that comes into your life. And yes, it may feel left out in the cold. However, you can pick and choose who your partner is that really fits the best description for you. That doesn't make you feel like you're isolated or by yourself in the relationship, because that could suck altogether, right? So so for this, right, you guys could be taking it slow, really looking at things, and then I feel like there is somebody currently here at this time. You could meet somebody, but there is work that needs to be done. But in the future, this shows that it's a work in progress towards commitment potentially. So you have to kind of stand your ground, stand by what you believe in, stand for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for yourself at all times, because the love and the protection that you give yourself, protecting your home, which is you, your heart, your soul, your mind, your body, paying attention and making sure you're protecting that and standing up for it at all times, can bring you the person that really vibes with you, that really, that really loves you for you, because you love you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot, there's some good things coming your way. It's about taking control of the situation currently, though. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull you guys your romance angels for the week. Wow. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, I agree with that. For those of you that are not dating, or that are dating, excuse me, that's definitely a red flag, guys. That's a red flag for the reading, saying, hey, you can pick whoever you want. You don't have to settle for anybody. And if you want to, pick the person that you want to pick, you can pick it. Honestly. But don't feel like you have to pick with something familiar. Keep an open mind about it, but always have your boundaries, have your boundaries, of course. Also, if this is for people that are in relationships currently, this is really talking about being open-minded about their needs, being open-minded about what they want. Building a stable structure requires, a balance of two, right? It's compromising, etc., working things out. And for some of you guys, this could also talk about keeping an open mind in regards to, in regards to taking control of the situation, right? Because there may be ways that this person has, express love that's natural to them. You want to be careful, not to, demand a certain way of how they show you love, because that may not be authentic to them.